All right, what's up, guys? I'm Ronnie Faisst. If you're new here, retired freestyle motocross guy, doing Moto Mondays every Monday night, 7 p.m. We get together with everybody that loves moto. We talk about motocross. I like to share everything that I've learned in the past, so subscribe if you're your first time here. And if not, welcome everybody back. I know we got a lot of people that are here week after week, so thank you guys for hanging out. Let's jump right in. Let's talk about it. What's been going down this past week? Who watched races yesterday? Who was pumped to see Forkner? Give it to the little Frenchie. No, I'm just kidding. I was actually pumped because I don't care that he's French. I'm just not a fan of him because for some reason, I'm just not a fan. I'm just going to be honest. He's fast, but probably because I like Christian Craig a lot. He's a really cool dude, and I'm friends with him, and he drilled him earlier in the year. And I thought it was some people are like, oh, whatever, that's racing. In my opinion, it's a little too aggressive because there's one thing to race and to bump people to gain position, but to just straight up run into people and potentially hurt people, that's what I thought could have happened in that situation. So I disagreed. I thought it was completely dirty. Ever since that day, I've been not so much of a fan of Ferrandis. And he's did that to Forkner 2 times this year. He's pushed him off the track, super aggressive. But hey, I'm not against like taking away a line. I'm okay. That's what that goes down in racing. But I think that he had it coming back to him. So when Forkner gave it to him and set him off the track, I was actually really pumped. So I thought that was cool. I don't know anybody else pumped about that. But let's do this. We got a lot of people in here right now. And one thing is cool. I saw Nathan threw up from South Africa. I always think it's cool. Me and Mel, my wife, do a channel. And we always have people say, hey, say what up, say where you're from. Because it's cool to see that there's people all around the world. I know my boy Killer Army's in here. He's all the way from Bali. The homie hanging out from South Africa. I just think it's cool to see that there's people from all around the world hanging out on Monday nights talking about moto. So let's, if you don't mind, chuck it up there just so we can see where people from. Big Feist is from Jersey. Well, we got Eric Davis. I know a lot of you guys already, so it's kind of cool getting to know you guys, familiar faces and names. We got the big Eric's from here, or actually Colorado's, but here in Missouri. We got Big Feist in here. But pretty cool to see all you guys hanging out. And his V-Dub says, I got my Moto merch. Oh, and he got the Mark stuff today, so that's cool. I'm glad. So post pics. Hey, anybody who's ordered RFMX Moto merch or anybody who's supported Mark Collective, it's our other clothing brand that me and my wife have. Post pics. Put it on your story so I can repost it. A lot of people things have been slow, trust me, and we wish we could speed things up, but it's out of our hands. Things are taking up to 4 weeks to get stuff. Some people get their stuff. It all depends what you order and where you're at, how fast you get things. But we've noticed there has been people that had to wait 4 weeks. Other people have gotten their stuff in less than 2. And we're like, hey, wait, they ordered after that guy. How did he already get his stuff? And it's just where you're placed in the U.S. and the way things are working. But things hopefully will go back to normal. It's just been the COVID stuff put everything down. But we think it's cool when we see pictures of you guys in your stories that we can repost them and pop on our page. So do that when you guys get it's really cool. But yeah, let's talk about that race. What do you guys think? What else was cool going down other than Forkner giving it to Ferrandis? How about Roxton? What? Come on. Flawless? The dude's my favorite dude to watch ride. There's nobody smoother than Roxton. The dude has perfect form, perfect style, effortless. Looks like he's just cruising, but the dude's lightning fast. And he smoked him last week. I thought that was good. I was pumped to see him. I wish he might still have a chance at the title, but I don't know. It's going to be really hard, I think, to pull that off. What's wrong?
I don't know. Your thing keeps glitching a little bit.
Are they saying it?
No, I'm seeing it. Oh.
All right, Mel's out here fired up because we're getting glitches, he says. But super pumped to see Roxton riding like that. And I know he's been dealing with shingles and other things, but it's cool to see him get a win. Like I said, I don't know if he can get the championship at this point, but I think Forkner can. He's only, how many points was Forkner down? 7 or 8? 7 or 8 points. I think he can do it. I'm pulling for him to win the championship. I hope he does. So, yeah, let me check out. So, I see Jersey, San Antonio. We got Clay. So, we got a lot of people from different places. California, Jack. Another California. Brendan. Washington, we got Jay. Glendale. See, that's what I'm talking about. Look at, we're all hanging out all over the the country and world. Here just chilling in the garage, holding it down, talking about the races from yesterday. And what do you guys like the 2-day-a-week stuff? I think it's kind of cool because it's like every 3 days you get to watch a new race. But I always got work to do, and I keep finding myself not doing things I need to do and end up watching the races and then falling behind. I'm like, I should be editing that right now and getting that done, and I'm over here chilling on the couch races. But that is all good. New Zealand, sweet. Ontario, Canada. Oh, yeah, we got, all right, so it's cool to see where all you guys are finally from. So cool. All right, well, let's jump in. What else? Any comments about the races? Who do you guys want to see win the 450s? Everybody pulling for Tomac, or you guys, who? Roxon went back into second, but like I said, there's a little bit of gap there. Webb, I don't know. I think Tomac's going to be hard to get. So he's probably going to end up winning it unless something crazy happens. But I was really pulling for Roxon all year just because I've told you he's my favorite rider, and I just love the comeback story. It's been it's not easy to do the comeback from what he's been through, and to even be racing and being on the podium and winning races is still a huge statement, and just it tells you what type of rider and champion. He's a champion, dude. I don't care if you don't win the championship this year, the dude's a champion. And like I said, Faulkner would be cool too, because, hey, what had happened last year, he had it wrapped up, and what did he do? He tore his ACL and tried to come out and ride, and I know he got injured somehow. I think it was his ACL, and then he missed it. So it would be cool to even see him come back at the last race, because I think he lost. Didn't he lose it last year at the very last race? Like, went the, right? Or am I mixing him up with somebody? I think he did. Like, wasn't he in Vegas, and he, like, messed up? Could be confusing him with somebody else, but I think he blew it at the last, or something happened and he got hurt. I can't remember, but I know he's coming off an injury from last year as well. So I always like those comeback stories because I've been hurt and I understand how much harder it is to get back to where you were, let alone win a championship. So, all right, so let's see. I'm going to just scroll all the way up to the top just because I like to try to hit everybody's questions. So, like I said, if your first time just getting on here, what we do is I just try to answer everybody's question. Just try to share, answer the best that I can, give you guys some feedback on what you guys are asking about. So I just throw up some question marks because there's always tons of comments. Obviously, you guys already been chit-chatting and talking to each other. So in order for me to find your question, just throw up the question marks, and then as I'm scrolling, I'll look for those, and then we'll go from there. So I'm scrolling through here, and I'm going to find the first one. And let's see. I probably scrolled way back too far. All right, here we go. Randy. All right, and I can get these up on the screen for you guys. So let me get that. All right, so Randy, he says, have you ever been on an old CR500? If so, how was it? I got an 88 this weekend. Actually, I'm trying to think. I haven't rode a 500 in a long time, but I have rode one. My uncle actually had a CR500. I think his was like an 88. It was either like an 86 or 88. And I remember he broke his foot. Big Fights remember this story. He broke his foot starting the thing in my yard. He went to kick it, and it kicked back on him and broke his foot. And he couldn't ride for a while. But I'm thinking that might have been the last time I probably rode. Like, it was so long ago. I don't remember if I had a chance to ride a 500 since then. I don't think I have. I rode them so long ago, but they're sick. And actually, I think it'd be really fun to go ride a CR500. That's a cool bike. So that's pretty cool. You got an 88. I'm sure they're probably hard to find these days to get it all cleaned up. So I'm sure you're going to have a lot of fun on that thing. Those things are sick. They just sound sick. Dun, 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 dun. Just the way they idle is super sweet. So goodbye, Randy. Not goodbye, like a goodbye, not like I'm saying bye, but like that's a goodbye, good find. That's a better way to say it. That's a good find right there. 88 CR500, cool bike to have. All right, so let's see. All right, so we got Chase. I'm trying to get it to pop up. I don't know. It popped up and went down. I don't know. Maybe all right, here we go. He said, how should I go about hitting the 130-foot jump on an 85? So you're on an 80, so hitting a 130-foot jump on an 85. Love the vids. Well, thank you about the vids. So you got a 130-foot jump, and you want to hit it on your 85. Dude, I haven't rode an 85 since I was 14 years old. I don't even know what gear you'd be in. I would just say, man, is it a tabletop or double? That's the one thing. If it's a tabletop, I would just say, test jump it. Jump out to the middle and see how fast you're hitting it. If it's a tabletop, jump to the middle and check yourself. Were you pinned to get to the middle, or did you check up to get to the middle? And then jump at 3/4. And same thing. Where are you in the throttle, and what gear are you in to get 3/4? I don't like going 3/4. I'm more of a halfway guy, and then I just go, because 3/4 can still hurt sometimes, especially on 130. You know what? I'm not going to tell you to do that. 130-foot jump is pretty big. I don't know if I would want to go 3/4 on 80, because you're probably going to land so hard it could still bounce you off the landing and bounce you down. I would go halfway and then give it and go for it. That's what I would do. That's just my opinion. Just because it's so big, if you go 3/4 on 134, that's almost like jumping out to flats on 100, and so you're gonna basically jump 100 feet to flats. That's not gonna feel good. So I would just test jump it and see where you're at. It's one of those things, you ride your Mini every day, and you probably know, I'm assuming you're gonna be in 4th gear, at least 4th gear on an 85 to go 130. You might even need to go faster than that, but you would have to kind of know your bike, jump it halfway, see where you're at. I'm assuming you're gonna be 4th gear. I would guessing, like I said, I haven't rode one in a while, so I don't even know where the gears, how far you can go on a mini bike. But that's what I would do. I would just halfway it and then send it. But if it's a double, dude, man, be careful, bro. That's a big jump. You don't want to be coming up short. But man, that's a big jump for a mini. All right, here we go. All right, so Eddie here. We got Eddie. Says, how do you correct your bike in the air, meaning preparing to land? All right, that's a good question. So basically, you shouldn't really have to correct the bike. If you jump the jump in the right body position, your bike will automatically position itself for the landing. So if you're always leaning forward, and that's what transitions the bike. If you're leaning too far back, you jump nose high. If you should be at least neutral or centered, or I go forward. I lean forward because as you lean, you don't want to go too far forward, but that's what transitions the bike. You lean forward off the takeoff, and it's going to send the bike like this. So it'll nose down a little bit. The transition's like this, so you want the nose down. So you should be leaning forward off the takeoff a little bit. Don't put your bars in your hips, but lean forward, and that naturally is going to transit as your bike preloads and unloads with the suspension. You can let your arms compress into the suspension and unload with the bike, but then it's almost like a rolling position, or like a rowing position. You're going to row out, and then you're going to pull on those bars and roll back forward, and that is going to transition the bike. So it's kind of natural. Go in, out, forward. So you start forward, in, out, and then back forward, and that will rotate your bike. If you are high, you can always, it's last resort. The only reason you should hit your back brake is because your front end's way too high and you don't have a choice. But you don't want to rely on the back brake. You don't want to jump jumps and every time go, I'm just going to slam the back brake to get my front end down. Don't do that. I see people jumping jumps like that all there and slam the back brake, slam the back brake. That's not what you want to do. That's like backup. That's like last resort. I need to hit the rear brake. Learn how to rotate the bike with body position. That's just form, technique. You should have the right proper form and technique, and the bike should do what you want it to do. Back brake is just back up. And then if your front end's down, you can always pin it, and it'll help gyro the back tire, and it'll lift the front end. It's only gonna move the front end so much. So it's not like if you're endoing that you can just pin it and it's gonna just rotate the bike like this and you're gonna ride out it. It helps, but it doesn't. You don't have much to work with the front end down. Front end down's not where no one wants their front end down off the jumps. It's too far down. You know what I'm saying? Like obviously this is good, but not here. All right, but good question. Good body position will get you a good landing. So we got Daniel from Sydney, Oklahoma, Jeremy, Chula Vista, San Antonio, V-Dub. I'm just checking out whatever from. All right, here we go. Jesse Nelson. All right, so let's see. Oh, I don't know why it's not popping up. All right, go. It says, Ronnie, would you and Mel be interested in sponsoring me in racing this summer? Would you be a dream come true? one of my heroes in moto. Would we be interested in sponsoring you? Man, I would love to, but I need some sponsors myself too. I don't even got any sponsors. But I don't think we're in it. I mean, I guess you're assuming maybe from, like, maybe Marks. Is that what you're thinking of? Like, having, like, a clothing sponsor? We just started, dude, and it's honestly way too small to even think about supporting people. But, hey, down the road, I get it. People have supported me along my career, and we're able to help people, and that's what we want to be able to give back and help people along the way. We're just not in a position to do it right now, but if, hey, the company grows and we get into a position to help people, I would love to get back and help people that are up-and-comers, that have talent, that want to do what they want to do. So maybe someday. I just can't. It's just too small of a brand at this point to offer any sponsorship. It's not even a month old. And that's what I'm assuming, because that'd be the only company that we really have at the moment. But here's a little, just a tip for Jesse. This is what I would say, because you're looking for sponsorship. I would say focus on building your social pages and start DM all the companies that you're interested, all the companies that you might think could be potential sponsors. Just DM them and have a little resume, have like some results, have your goals, have everything that you could send them a one sheet and say, hey, is there an email? Is there a contact? Who's your marketing guy? Who can I contact and talk about getting sponsorship? And then get that email and then send them a little resume. This is who I am. This is what I've done. This is what I plan on doing. This is my goals. And here's all my pages, and let them see. So focus on building those pages, and then just reach out to companies. That's what's cool about social media now. If you can build a good following, it's so much easier than 20 years ago when I was coming up. We didn't have social media to gain sponsorship, but DM people, hit them up. And just the way I look at it, and here's the thing, don't get discouraged if you get 50 to 100 no's, because that's just the way the game works. You'll get 50, 100 no's, and then all of a sudden you get the one that says yes. So it's just a numbers game. Just keep hitting people up. They all not interested. Some people won't even hit you back. And then all of a sudden you get the one, hey, yeah, I am interested. So just don't get discouraged when you don't get a response or you get a no. That's all good. It's like that in the pros. Like people tell you no when you're on a pro level too. It's all good. Just move on to the next company and find someone who is interested in working with you. But you got to reach out to people. So I appreciate you reaching out. I wish I could right now. All right, so he said, all right, here's Sam. How do I feel about Laurence's finish? And then so this is Sam. So he ended up second, right? Did he get second or third? I know he's on the podium. I can't remember what pace he finished. Did he finish second or third? I can't remember, but I think the dude is sick. He's I love watching him. He's one of the favorite guys I like to watch. And the dude's 16, right? That's the right Laurence, right? Because I know there's two of them. He's a 16-year-old, right, Jet? I want to get him mixed up. But I'm assuming Jet's the younger one. 16 years old. So much talent. Beating his older brother out there. But and did you see the emotions on the podium? I think that's cool. I think it just shows his heart. He loves what he does. He's passionate what he does, and then the fact that he just got on the podium, he was emotional about it. That's, to me, when you see emotions, that's just heart connect to what he does and how much he loves it. So I think that was cool to even see him up there a little bit emotional. Because it does feel good when you work hard and you put everything you got into something that you love and you're passionate about. When you actually go out there and compete, and then you get that reward for all your efforts, it does feel good. So I think it's all good to see people get a little choked up when they reach those goals and do things that they put those hours into. So I'm pumped for that kid, and I think he has a big future, and I think he has so many years ahead of him. He's going to be a contender for many years, for sure. All right, so we got Killer Hammers. He says, how's the merch business going? Can't wait to get mine all... Can't wait to get mine... I'm thinking that says mine all the way from the States. It's going good. So, I'm trying to... You got the RFMX merch, correct? I just want to make sure, because sometimes I see people's names on both. I see people buy from RFMX, and then all of a sudden I see them buy from Marked, and I'm like, wait, Or did you get marked? No, you got marked. No, you got marked. Hold on. See, that's what I'm saying. I get confused because there's orders coming in from both sides, and I see names. I'm like, oh, so and so just made an order. So I see you guys, and I appreciate when you do support. But I do remember you got marked. He's waiting for marked, and it's going good. And I'll say that. Oh, wife's coming up.
It is glitchy.
What? She's saying it's glitchy.
I can hear you, but like the camera part is a little glitchy.
I don't know why.
Just know.
Okay. Wifey's saying it's glitchy, so I apologize if it's glitchy. But getting back to the question, both of the merches are going really well, and we've been really surprised because we didn't know. So we just say thank you for everybody who has supported Mark Collective, and thank you for everyone who supported RFMX. We appreciate it, and like I said, we're gonna just keep making these bigger and better. Like the way I've always done it, and everything that I've ever done is just get started. Just take the first step. Get started. And then once you get the vision, you get the dream, you get the picture, and then you just got to take the first step. And then from there, take the next step and take the next step. And you just start small, and then you keep building, you keep making it better, you keep growing it. And that's what we want to do. We want to make things better and grow it and get everything better. Better customer service, better quality, better designs, better everything, you know? So that's our vision. We're going to keep on putting it out there and keep on growing it as you guys support it. So it's going well, dude, and I'm excited. Like I said, post some pics, homie. I want to see that stuff. You guys rocking it. So thank you for supporting Marked Collective. And if everybody's wondering, Marked Collective is a company that me and my wife started. Check it out at markedcollective.com. It's a Christian clothing brand. We run another YouTube channel called Ronnie and Mel where we talk about the Christian faith. If you're interested of any of that, check it out. My story's on there, my testimony's on there, my wife's testimony's on there, our story's on there. Go check it out. Hear how I became a Christian, because I wasn't raised in the church or anything like that, but became a Christian later in life, and pretty cool story. So check it out. I think it's even on my page. You probably can find my story here. So Jeremy says, have you been riding lately? Man, I've been trying to ride 1 day a week. And I got to ride 2 weeks ago at a local track here, and then I was planning on riding on Sunday at another local track here, but we're leaving. We have a really short week this week. We're getting ready to leave. Excuse me. And we had to film a bunch of stuff for our YouTube channel because we got to get all the videos done so when we leave, we don't fall behind. So unfortunately, I had it on the schedule, planned, ready to go, and then I'm like, me and Mel start talking, and I'm like, if I go riding today, like, we're going to be way far behind. We're not going to get anything done. So I had to cut the riding off this week to film, and I was really bummed about it because I really wanted to ride. But sometimes you got to make sacrifices and get things done. So my goal is 1 day a week, but to be honest with you, it really looks like twice a month at this. That's how it's been. But I'm really excited. I'm going to be able to ride. So this Saturday I have a moto school coming up here at Grain Valley. So if anyone's from this area, from what I heard, I'm not from this area, but what I heard, it used to be a cool motocross track back in the day. Got new owners, they're reopening it. We're doing a motocross school there this Saturday, and so I'm excited. Got a class, get to ride, get to teach, and then after that, we're going to Colorado, and then to Cali, and then I got a class in California the very next weekend. So super pumped, because now I got 2 classes back to back, and I get a Cali trip to go see all my friends and go ride out there. So I'm really excited about, and we're going to Colorado. We get to see Mel's family. We're going on a fishing trip. So I'm really pumped about this next 2 weeks is looking really good for me because I can do outdoor stuff and things that I enjoy, and that's riding dirt bikes. I'm a hunter, fisher. I like doing all that stuff, and I don't get to do it that much. I didn't even get to go hunting this year because I didn't have no hunt. Now I'm getting to go fishing with my father-in-law, brother-in-law. So it's going to be a fun little week. So looking forward to getting outdoors. I spend way more time these days being indoors than I like to. I'm not an indoor guy, but I have to edit and do all this stuff. So I know I put a little shout out on the page. I'm looking for someone to help me with moto stuff. So if you can film and you can edit, I want some help. I want someone that can help me. I want to do more content. I've been working on this NASCAR video, seriously, like way longer than I should have. I'm embarrassed to even tell you how long ago I started. I'm still not done because I need some help because there's just too many things. We got way too many things going on, and I need some help to have someone help me get the cut out and edit it faster. So hopefully we can find someone in the Midwest that can help out with that, because that would be a big help. So if you're into, like, it'd be perfect if you're just getting needed. The way I look at it is like, all you have to do is be as good as me, because I'm not that good. So as long as you can edit as good as me or better, I'm pumped. Hey, we're hired. Let's do it. Let's go film some moto and make some cool content so we can help people. All right, so here we go. We got Jesse. Did you see Danger Boy in Deegan's race? He kicked butt that race. So did I see Deegan? Did I see Danger Boy? Oh, Danger Boy Deegan. Oh, sorry. I thought you meant Danger Boy and Deegan, like they were racing each other. I didn't see it, but I saw the post, and I believe he won. I've seen 2 plaques, so I'm assuming he won both classes. I didn't see the race, but that dude or kid is a beast, and he is on his way to being one of the best in the sport. So very cool to watch. Lots of style, lots of technique, crazy speed, and he's about 15. Dude, so he's going to kill it. So it's going to be cool to watch his entire pro career, just because I remember that little dude was born. When he was little, we had the house that Deegan lives in now, while he was building this house, he had this other home he was living in. Little Danger Boy, and you could see the jumps. It was only a little small 3-acre place. So that it wasn't like he has a big 20-acre place now. So it was 3 acres. So the freestyle course was right in the backyard. So the house, Danger Boy used to pull himself up on the window and stand there in his diapers and watch us all do freestyle. I remember this little kid just watching us, and then he grew up just around it, and like, now look at him. It's just like, it's crazy how good he is. But he grew up watching dudes do backflips and do freestyle and 360s and a bunch of other stuff in the backyard. Like, that was normal. That was normal for a 3-year-old kid to watch. Oh, we're locked up.
It locked up?
Yep. What happened? As soon as you did that, it was fine.
It's not. It's.
All right, we're fine now. Mel's out here messing with stuff.
I'm trying to plug it in. It's so glitchy.
And she's causing stuff. So I don't know if it's glitchy or not for you guys. All right, so
I'm not happy about it.
all right, so so I'm seeing a super chat from B-Dub. B-Dub always hooking it up, so thank you, supporting with the super chat. We'll get it up here for you. Boom, B-Dub. Wait. Am my head cut off? Did you move the camera?
No.
What happened?
No.
My head looks cut off in the camera now. Wait, hey. She ain't listen. Never mind. Shout out here messing with the shot, dude. All right, so let's keep it cracking. Favorite tattoo, Jake Myers. So favorite tattoo. Man, that's a tough one. I feel like all my coolest ones are in spots that most people don't look because they were the last things I did. So they were like the most colorful and the brightest. But what are you doing?
It changed the camera that it was using.
So is it not working? The Jesus piece. All right, Mel's out here messing around again. What is she doing? Is that good?
No, it's not using the
All right, so Jesus piece is one of my favorite, and I got the Bruce Lee piece. I don't know if you can see it. Can you see it? Boom. Probably my 2 favorite. I like those. Most of my other ones are fading. I've had them for like 20 years now, so they're all fading off. And they don't got much color left in them. I should have did all black and white. If I could start over, I would do all black and white. I won't do color. So that's just a little tip for anybody getting tattooed. Color don't last. Once they get 20 years plus, they look horrible. So go with the black and white stuff. In my opinion, I would only... What happened?
It's not working anyway.
Is it? So am I not on here?
No, you're on.
Oh. All right, just leave it then. It's cool. As long as they can see me.
I don't like this camera.
Go ahead. You're good.
Let me just try one more time. Let me see.
Hold on, you're messing with my stuff. All right, let me find some more questions. So favorite section on a track. All right, so there's a good one. Favorite section on a track. So this is from Jake. So my favorite section on a track, I think when I raced Speed and Style, my favorite section was always the whoops. because I built a really good set of whoops at my house, and I had a good place to practice and get better. So I use that as an advantage over the other guys. A lot of guys didn't have a supercross track or a arena cross style track or a speed and style track to practice on, but I did. And a lot of guys weren't comfortable in the whoops. So I looked at that like, hey, I'm going to learn how to ride the whoops so I can be better, and I'm going to make all my moves in the whoops, or at least pull from people or catch up people, whatever. The whoops are going to be my spot. So I like the whoops. I like supercross. I would rather ride supercross than outdoor any day, just because I like to jump. I'm a jumper. So I like rhythms. I like jumping. So I would say rhythm sections, jumps, and whoops. Probably sounds like everything, right? Everything with corners. No, I like riding ruts, but I'm a jumper any day. So I would go with rhythm sections and whoops from my favorite part of the track, for sure. But I do enjoy hitting ruts. But jumping's way funner. Anybody? Let's be honest. Jumping's way more fun than riding turns. Is jumping not more fun than riding turns? Come on. Way more fun. That's why I did what I did. It's funny because Big Feist used to always tell me, you ain't going to make no money jumping that dirt bike. You need to get fast in your turns. When I was growing up racing, he always said, quit jumping everything. Quit trying to show off. Go ride your turns. Get fast in your turns. You ain't going to make no money jumping. Well, guess what, Big Feist? I made a living jumping a dirt bike. All right, so what are you doing out here? She's just get in the house. She's over here just hawking on me, just overlooking everything.
Well, we're having issues. The garage is just not going.
It's fine. The garage is fine. People, as long as they can see me, it doesn't need to be perfect. That means one thing I'll tell you about my wife. She is picky. Picky, picky, picky. If it's not perfect, she's not happy with it. And I'm like, this is good enough. Let's just roll with it. That's how I roll. And it's on. People can see me. Get out of here and get in the house. All right. So Jeremy says, have you thought about doing vlogs on days you're going riding, kind of like Twitch does? I actually did a few. But yeah, that's why I want to get some help. I want to have someone. It's just hard. Like, I feel like this. My vlogs are not that cool because all I have is a GoPro. So I've tried to do get in the house. Get in the house. Dude, non-stop. I'm out here sweating now too. It's getting hot and muggy out here. I'm like on my. But
You're at the track by yourself.
I know. Come on. Messing with me. But yes, that's why. So here's the deal. I've tried a couple, but I feel like the only video shots you get are my GoPro and me talking to my GoPro. So I'm like, they're kind of like, they're not that cool. They're not that interesting because you don't have someone shooting you and just get all the cool interaction going on. That's why I want someone that can come film. Then I can just get cool vlog style stuff and then have them edit it, because the editing takes up so much time for me that it's hard for me to pump out a lot of content when I got to go do the ministry page. I got to get ready for this, that, check. There's just so much going on. I'm like, man, it's hard for me to sit down and get these edits done.
The camera is on your laptop now.
Oh, sorry. Hey, what do I know? I guess I'm talking to you. But anyway, so yes, I want to do more stuff like that. It's just right now it's been kind of hard with what I've been doing. I've been trying to make it all, like I said, straight from the GoPro. So I've been trying to do the best that I can. Oh, I keep talking to that camera. Sorry. I'm trying to do the best that I can with what I have, but I do want to improve. Like I said, that's what I do. I start with what I got and I improve. So now I'm at the point to where I'm like, hey, I need some help. Let's find someone that can come alongside of me, shoot, and let's make some cool. I have a whole list of stuff that I want to shoot, ideas, and I'm ready to go. I just need a little bit of help. So we'll get there. Hopefully, we'll get some better, cooler stuff out for you guys. I know, I feel like my page in the last 2 months has turned into only Moto Mondays, but trust me, it's not staying like this. It's only been like this is because there was, like, if anyone's been following us for the last 2 months, me and Mel built the Ronnie Faisst MX page. We built the Mark Collective page, the websites. And I don't know if anybody's ever built a web store before. It's not easy, and it's just time consuming. It takes so much, but we did those. So during this last 2 months of quarantine, that's what we were doing, and it sucked up all this time. We haven't had time to get out and get content and even make other stuff. Like I said, I've been working on one NASCAR edit for the last 2 weeks, and I'm still not done. So holla at your boy if you got some editing skills. All right, so this is Eddie. He says, how about a Militia Reunion, do it live? Hey, so check this out. I think that would be cool. So, I keep looking at the camera, sorry. So check it. I'm going to Cali, and I'm down with the Militia Reunion. We got, let's see who's out there. We got Twitch, Deegan, Potter's still out there, Taka's still out there. Just trying to think of guys that we would have access to. So, I don't know if I could pull that off this trip. I'm only there for 4 days. It's going to be really hard to gather that group of guys in 4 days. But I think that's a great idea, and I would definitely try to put that together on a future trip when I'm in town for a little bit longer. But I'm gonna let you know why. So obviously we're gonna be traveling the next week or so after coming Saturday. I'm gonna be in California. I'm gonna sit down with Taka. I'm gonna spend a lot of time with Taka. We're gonna do some free. I'm gonna take him out. He's gonna go to the freestyle session. We're gonna film him doing some freestyle stuff. But I'm gonna do a live with him in his garage. Only probably have time staying with Twitch. With Twitch is always crazy busy. If I have time, maybe I can get him to sit down, but I already got Taka to commit to it. So plan on that, but it won't be on a Monday. Here's the deal. I'll do a post about it and let you guys know when it is, because I don't even know when it is yet. But it won't be Monday, because I'm not out there on Monday. We're flying home on Sunday, and we get there on Thursday to Sunday. So maybe like Saturday night or something. I'll have to figure out what day Taka's free, but I'll do a post and I'll let all you guys know. So we're going to do one of these, but we're going to do it with the Ninja. And you guys can hang out with him and ask him. You guys have been hanging out, asking me all these questions. Let's talk to Taka. Dude has a cool story. He's been in the game. It's hard to understand what his... Man, there's mosquitoes out here. It's hard to understand with his Japanese accent, but he's super cool, dude. He's like my brother, man. I love him. He lived with me for 4 or 5 years. Before he got his place, and we're really tight. We're like seriously super tight. So I'm excited to just sit down with him and have you guys be able to chit chat with him. And like I said, if I have time to get Twitch to sit down, maybe I will, but I don't want to promise that because I haven't even asked him yet. All right, so back to the question board. But I think I'll get some good footage while I'm out there. It'll probably be a lot of GoPro footage and just me running around with a handheld because I don't have someone going out there with me that's filming. But I'm going to do the best that I can to get as much content as I can from the California trip and then come back and post that up for you guys. So, all right, so here we go. Killer Armies. Or I don't know why I keep calling you Killer Armies. Killer Hammers. That's an old rap group. Which sponsor paid more for athletes, energy drinks or bike companies? Oh, here we go. Energy drinks all day long. So the freestyle dudes don't even get paid from the bike companies. So most freestyle guys don't even get free bikes. If they do, it's coming from a shop. Like because the factories were always kind of scared to support freestyle because we did flips and 360s and things that they thought were like, hey, we can't really promote that because of liability issues. So most of the factories won't even touch a freestyle guy. So I don't know anyone who was getting paid from a factory. I don't think anyone was, to be honest with you. And like I said, there's only a few people who even got free bikes, and they were through a shop. So energy drinks all day. That was the big deal for every top freestyle dude. Their biggest sponsor was always their energy drink, and it's kind of like if you had an energy drink, you were kind of almost set, and you could. But to get an energy drink, you had to be a competitor. Because you had like the guys who competed, and you had the guys who only did demos. And a lot of guys who competed, they started off doing demos, and then they went to where they would only compete at the big events because they had the big sponsor. They had the big deals, and they wouldn't go out and do the small demos. So you had two different groups of guys. But in order to get those big deals, you had to get the TV time. You had to be out there and be competitive to get those deals. But that's a good question. All right, so Pete. All right, so Pete's coming to here. I recognize Pete. Pete's coming to the next moto school here this weekend. So he'll be at the Grain Valley class. So he says, "What is the track like at Valley MX?" So it's really. I'm thinking it's gonna. Well, there's only be. So think about it. There's only be 5 of us out there. So it's because semi-private class. So it's not a big class. to where the track will get really beat up, but the track has tons of mulch in it, and it's kind of soft, so it will rut up. If there was a ton of us out there, I think it would get really ruddy, but because there's only a limited number of guys, I think it's going to get semi-ruddy, but a lot of mulch. It has it has a roller section. It's got a couple of cool switchbacks. Got a sweeper along the back. It has some really long straightaways, but I'm probably going to cut some of those out and just focus on the corners, focus on the roller section, and then we'll do some starts and we'll do some other drills. We'll do some braking drills, some balance drills. But the track's good. Like, I'm pumped that we get to do it here because the track's only going to get better. Think about it. These guys are these dudes ain't even open yet. I'm getting on this track before it even opened to the public. They were hoping to have it open this month, but there's been so much work to get it ready. They haven't had a chance to open it in June. So I think it's going to open like right after us. So we're going to be the first people getting out there. And they're pretty cool. I think we're going to have another class. And out there in August, they're just verifying the date right now if we're able to, because they're going to race there too. It's going to turn into a race track. That's what I'm saying. This track's just going to get better. As they open it, as guys get out there, as they watch things out, they're going to improve it. They're going to race on it. They're going to get it better. So I think if they keep opening the door for us to do classes there, we're going to do them there because I think it's going to be a good track. And what's cool, it is a racetrack that the local guys here in this area are going to race on. So why not come out and get training and get time on a track that you're going to compete on? Get the advantage over the other guys and get some learn the lines, learn the track. Better you know the track, faster you're going to be on it. But it'll be a good day. It'll be fun out there. So I'm super pumped that we have that opportunity to be on that track. All right, so let's see. We got Jake here. He says, will you ever be riding with Larry Linkogle when you're back in Cali? Man, to be honest with you, I don't even think Link rides anymore. I haven't seen that dude in a really long time, but I don't even know if he rides. So probably not, just because I don't know how active he is on his dirt bike anymore. Like most of the guys that I stay connected with, I haven't just seen Link in a long time. Twitch, Deegan, all those dudes still ride. Taka's still competing. So obviously I'm gonna ride with all those dudes. But me and Link are cool. I just don't ever see the guy and don't talk to him that much. But we've always been cool. We're neutral with him and stuff. I never had issues with Link. But probably most likely won't have a chance to ride with him just because I don't think he really rides that much these days. Still lives in Temecula. I know where he lives. Every time I go by Twitch's house, I roll right by Link's house to get there. So it's all gated up, so it's not like you can just pop in and say what up. But I seen his son the last time I was out there. His son did see him. So I actually feel like I've seen his son more than I've seen him the last couple of times I've been out there. All right, so let's see. So Eric Davis, he said, you pumped for Saturday class? So Eric's coming out with us. Eric came out and shot photos of all the guys at the last class. So he'll be out again with us on Saturday. And yes, I am pumped. And he's stoked to get more content. So he'll be out there shooting with us. So it's cool. It's cool Eric comes out and shoots photos and gets photos. Because we'll send you guys some photos after you guys, just so you have cool memories. And then be able to check out your style in the photos and stuff. It's always good. Photos don't lie. That's what I'm saying. One thing is cool. Look at photos of yourself. Look at videos of yourself. Study yourself. Pick yourself apart because they don't lie. You think you're doing one thing, then all of a sudden you look at a photo and you're like, hold up. Wait, that don't look as cool as I thought I looked. And then you watch the video and you're like, wait, I thought I was doing it like this and not. So that's why I always say video is one of the best tools for improving and studying photos also. And study the top guys. Look at all the top guys. When watching the races, don't just sit there and enjoy the battles. Watch what they do. The majority of the time I'm watching the race, I'm not just watching for the battle. I'm actually watching the way they're doing things. I watch every single guy, and they're all really similar how they ride. But I study them. I watch them. Where's their head? Where's their butt? Where are they sitting on the seat? You know? Well, I watch all that stuff, and I pick them apart. And then just compare. And then you get that vision in your head. Then you film yourself, and then you watch you. Do I look like them? Why am I off? Why don't I look like... Obviously, we're not going to go as fast as those dudes, but you can still ride in the same body position and have the same technique as those dudes, even though if you don't have their speed. It's all good. They're the guys that are best in the world. That's what they do. I don't expect anybody to have their speed. But you can have their technique. Every one of us can have their technique. no matter how fast you go. I don't care if you're a beginner and you're cruising around in first, second gear, you still can have proper, good form and technique. And that's what I like to focus on, because that's what's important. You get good foundational, good fundamentals, good technique, you can always improve and you'll make less mistakes. So I like to study those dudes, and then you watch yourself, you study yourself. Where am I at? And then you can adjust. You pick yourself apart and go, hey, I need to get more forward. I'm standing, my back's too straight. My head's not enough far forward. And then you start making those little tweaks, and then that's how you improve. Study the best guys and analyze yourself and pick yourself apart. Called self-coaching, you know. Getting coaching is huge, but it's also good to learn how to self-coach yourself during the week, during the months that you're not with your personal coach. All right, so we got Wolf. He says he's 14. He's about to get a Honda CRF 150. And what do you think the distance for my freestyle? All right, so what should my distance? All right, so he's got a Honda CRF 150. What should be the distance for his FMX setup? Well, 150. Well, I'm gonna break it down like this. Standard setup for a freestyle ramp is 75 feet to the sweet spot. So the knuckle is 72. You're gonna measure it 72 to the knuckle. And by the time you're hitting the sweet spot, you're probably going down another 3 foot. You're landing at 75. But think about the majority of the dudes are riding 450s or 252 strokes. A few guys on 252 stroke or 254 strokes. So I wouldn't think you would want to set the ramp up at 75 feet and go for it on a 150. I would say here's what I would do if I was you. I would build a big safe landing, big nice safe deck on it, nice and wide, nice downside, 30 foot of run out, big 8 foot, 10 foot deck. If you have the dirt, I get it. It's hard to build a proper freestyle landing because it takes so much dirt. So do the best you can, but try to make your deck at least a bike length. So if something goes wrong, you can at least land up on top. If it's a half a bike length, and you land on top, it's going to flick you over the bars. If it's a bike length, you can at least land on top and jump down it if you have to. That's the thing. Those little peaky landings are super dangerous for freestyle, but a lot of the pros, you'll see some of the pros riding with them. Some of them have them. Their main jumps are usually super safe, but if you look at some of their other jumps around their course, they're super gnarly. But dude, they're the best guys in the world. They do it all day. They're super confident and comfortable at jumping ramps. So I would say build a good safe landing and push your ramp up and just jump in second gear. Jump in a second gear. Kick it back 5 feet. Jump in a second gear. Kick it back to where you're getting to hit it pretty fast and second. Then click it in third and jump it in third. I would go to wherever you're comfortable in third and leave it there. I don't think you need to go fourth gear. Maybe, I don't know, maybe. Because you could maybe even go fourth gear because guys on 250S go in third gear. So you might even be able to push fourth gear if you would like to, depending on your riding. It's hard to answer a lot of questions. I don't know what your level of riding ability is. But you could maybe push fourth gear. But I would say that's probably about as max as you want to go. But do it smart. Don't just set the gap and wonder, oh, should I hit it in third, fourth, wide open, half throttle, and just send it and then either come up way short or go way too long. Be smart. It's a ramp. It's adjustable. It's movable. Just be safe. Kick it up and move it back so you can do it and build confidence. You can do it safely and build confidence as you're going. That's what's cool about a ramp. You don't have to, it's not like a dirt jump where it's like you got one shot at hitting it perfect. But whatever you're comfortable with, whatever level you're riding at, I would say start in second gear, jumps, third, fourth. I don't think you need to go past fourth gear. All right, so we got Florida man. What's a good amount of laps to hit before taking a break? Shoot, dude. These days, man, I can't even make it past like 6 laps. I go like 3 fast and then 2 slow, and then I'll take a breather and do a half lap off the track and cut back on. I'm out of shape. For moto, I'm out of shape for moto. But I would say here's the deal. Go as long as you can to the point to where you don't, the way I say, if your arms are pumped up to rocks and you can't properly hold on to the bars, pull it. Because why? Well, if you're not you're not in a race. If you're just out practicing, you're not in a race. You got nothing to prove. You got nothing why ride to the point to where you seriously just blow a hand off because your arms are so pumped out. Go to your limit. Ride as long as you can until you're either too pumped up or you're winded, out of breath, whatever your max is. Back it down a little bit. That's what I do. I'll go hard, then I back it down, and then do a couple laps just cruising. You don't have to ride at 100% all the time when you're out practicing. It's not a race. You just win it, or you're not trying to win practice. And then back it down, and then do a couple at 65, 70%. So you stay out there a little bit longer. So if you let's just say you're like me and you got 3 good ones. That's it. I'm 43. I'm old. I'm freestyle dude. It's not like I rode 30, 40-minute laps for 20 years. That's not what I did. I rode 90-second runs. So when I got on a moto track, I get pumped up real quick. And when I did speed and style, it was a 4-lap sprint on a really small track. So when I go to a motocross track, I don't got much steam in me. But here's how you do it. This is how you build it up. You got to go out there. So say you got 3 good ones. Let's say you're like me. You're out of shape. 3 good ones. Go do your 3 good ones, and then back it down and ride your next 2 to 3 at a slower pace. But at least you stay out there for 5 to 6. Then go take your break. Then come back out, do your 3, and then do the same thing. Back it down, stay out. So you're getting in your things. And if you got to take a breather, take a breather. You don't like I said, it's practice session. It's okay if you're like, hey, I'm way too tired. That's what I do. Hey, if I'm tired, I'll go cut across the track. If you see me at the local track, you see me cut across the track, yes, I'm catching my breath because I'm tired. I'm not scared to say I'm out of shape. I can go ride a bicycle and do a lot of other stuff, but unless you ride moto, that's the only way to fully be in shape for moto is to ride moto. And the only way to build endurance is to work your way up. So if you're really trying to train for a race, so say you got a 5-lap race. I got to get ready for this 5-lap race. Now, I'm assuming you race local races, 5, 6 laps. Not assuming you're training for nationals or Loretta's or whatever. But whatever the case is, even if that's your goal, go hit your max. Back it down. Ride a little bit longer. And then so if you do that for a week, 3 laps, 4 laps, and then you back it down, then next week, know that whatever you started the week before, if your first 3 laps, hard laps, or your first hard laps were 3, and then your next 3 were 65, 70%, the next week you're going to do 4 hard laps. And then your next 3 are going to be at 65. The next week you're going to do 5 hard laps. And you just slowly progress little by little. You work your way up to where 5 laps, and that's how I did it. When I rode speed and style, when I first built my speed and style track, 1 lap, 2 laps, winded, out of breath. And then I started, okay, that's all I got is 2 good ones. And guess what? 2 good ones every week, 2 at a slower pace. The next week, 3 good ones. And then 3 good ones at a slower pace, and I worked my way up. And then I could jam out there 10, 15, easy, wide open, pinned. But I had to work my way to it. So just do that. Just work your way on up little by little. But like I said, if your arms get pumped up to the point you feel like you can't hold on the bars, just pull off. There's no point. Like you're at practice. Like why blow a hand off and crash? And there's no point. All right. All right. So we got. I'm gonna mess your name up. Kareen. Everyone. And my wife says everyone laughs at you when you can't read something. But hey, I'm not the best. Kareen. I hope that's how you say it. Forgive me if it's not. And I struggle at reading. I'm not the best reader in the world. But do you have any other hobbies any other hobbies to moto and religious studies? So so I'm assuming do I have any other hobbies other than moto and studying the Bible? Yes, I actually enjoy a ton of stuff. Like I said, I love to hunt, and me and my dad used to go hunting every year together back where I grew up in New Jersey. But I didn't get to go the last couple years. I love to fish. Haven't done that in a while. I like surfing. Got to surf. Last time I surfed was on my honeymoon in Hawaii. I like snowboarding. Go every year at Winter X Games. So I do like a lot of other stuff. I just don't get to do everything as much as I like. So I ride them probably the most because it is what I enjoy the most. But I do like doing a lot of fun stuff. I like fun stuff. Ask my wife. Activities, adventure. Let's go do something fun. Like I'm fun. Like let's just go on a bike ride. Like let's go walk through the woods or something. Let's do something fun outside. That's the stuff I like. But yes, so I have a lot of stuff. All right, so this is Pete again. He says, what do you think, Reed? What do you think? Is Reed really going to Cali call it done? When do I think Reed is going to call it done? Dude, I have no idea. I'm blown away that he's still racing. I like seriously can't believe that Reed still races. I thought he would have retired by now. So I have no. Actually, I did hear this was his last Supercross season. So I did hear that. So maybe in a few weeks. I don't know if he's racing outdoors, but if it's true, he's got a few races left, and I guess he's on. I did hear that. But I'm very surprised that he's been going hard as long as he has, because, man, that's a long career. All right, we're wrapping it up here. We're at 8 p.m. Looking for, well, let's get one more. I'm looking for a question here. Just looking for some question marks. All right, so here's Jake. What did I do? I was about to click on Jack, not Jake, and then I see someone said, I see you caught that COVID cough. Shay. That's funny. I got something, huh? Man, I don't know what it is. All right, so Jack said, would you do a custom bike build? Probably not. I mean, I'm not. I think it's cool, but I don't know. I feel like it would probably have to call a lot of people and get a lot of connects and do it. I feel like right now, dude, honestly, I only have one bike right now, but I would really like to get another bike, and I would like to get one bike set up for freestyle. And my bike's bone stock, so I would like to get this with good outdoor suspension on it, and then set up my new bike. Or no, set this one up for freestyle, and then set up my new one with good outdoor suspension. So I'd probably focus on just getting my own bikes a little bit better, just because I've been riding a stock bike for like 2 years now. So I probably wouldn't take the time. That's a lot of time to do, but I think they're cool. I know who was doing that. I seen Potter doing one, but Sealy. I seen Sealy doing some cool ones. So it is cool to see those dudes do cool stuff like that. Shay again. He says, what kind of birds are singing in the background? I don't know. You can hear them. That's funny that you can hear them. There's I don't even know what they are. There's some Midwest birds. All right, so we'll wrap it up, dude. I know we've been out here for an hour. I want to keep all you guys for too long. But hey, oh wait, I gotta look at this count. But hey, thanks for joining. It's cool to hang out with you guys on Monday nights. I was just thinking about it even. I had to run down to the grocery store before I came here. And I was just thinking, it's cool. Hey, glad I get to do this with you guys, because back when I was competing and when I was super busy, I'll be honest with you, I didn't even really have time to even sit down and look at, like, I would scroll and glance at comments, but I didn't even have time to sit down and answer back to comments. So it's just cool now that life has slowed down a little bit as far as competing and not being on the road so much, that I am able to sit down and just hang out with fans, talk to people that are into moto, and do things like this. And like I said, doing my best to get back to all the comments and want to pump out more content. So just thank you guys for hanging out every Monday night. It's cool that you guys here. Like I said, I see a lot of familiar names and faces week after week. So you guys are committed and super down. So thanks again. Oh, wait, hold up. I wanted to show you guys one last thing. We got a couple. I didn't even do no post about this, but we just got these in. This is 26 hat. 26 hats are in. Put them on the website, so you guys are first ones to know. I figured I'm gonna share it with you guys first. Or no, no, I'm not. I actually think I just did a post, actually right before. So second to know. We got these. Finally got these in, and then these are on the site now. We had the white ones up. Can you guys see it? 26 with the Faisst hits. We just got these. These are brand new for the site. We had the white ones up, but we just got the black ones. Boom. These are on the hits. 2 hits on the arm, so these are sick. I know it's summer, but hey, it gets chilly at night. So represent Team 26, Faisst 26.
Put the website up for people to see it.
All right, so yeah, so if you guys are interested in knowing more about the motor schools, oh, that's another thing. Might as well make an announcement. Like I said, we've got one coming up now, one coming up at the end of the 27th in Cali, and July 25th. Everything's sold out, but we just put the August date on the site as well. So I believe it's August 22nd, and we're figuring out if it's going to be at Green Valley or at our other buddy's track. So if you guys are interested, be sure to check out the site. And thank you all you guys that support Marked. Thank you all you guys that support RFMX. And I look forward to seeing you, some of you guys at the local track, working with you guys at some of the schools, and super pumped to be out in Southern California here. So we'll hopefully see some of you guys out at Fox Raceway. So thanks again for being here, and we'll see you guys next Monday. And be on the lookout for the Ninja. He's coming live with me. Going to have him on here hanging out with you guys. So get your questions. It's not next week, but soon. One of the next lives, Taka's going to be here.
We're going to be in Colorado next month.
That's all right.
It's your birthday.
Okay. But we're going to be hanging out. Maybe we'll do a birthday celebration. All right, thanks, guys. Peace out.